Damn.
What's up, and welcome back to the Scuffed As podcast for episode number 214. Good God. I don't know. I'm tired. Wonder's eating something. I already forgot. What are you eating?
Jerky.
Bro's eating jerky. What kind of jerky?
Iowa Smokehouse Homestyle Original Beef Jerky.
That's definitely person. You're eating a person again.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, he says. Oh, well.
I ate Trash Panda a couple days ago. That was not...
Why?
Because a coworker came up to me and said, "Here, try this." And I didn't want to be rude. The problem is after I tried it, I knew what it was. Because I've had it before.
Why?
But it was in a restaurant, setting. Like, they had like I think Pheasants Forever or something like that had like a banquet or something where they had odd foods or whatever. They had like
that's not food. Rattlesnake I've heard people eat, but that's not food
like
either.
Rattlesnake, possum, porcupine, raccoon.
I'm not eating anything that I know is full of diseases.
Prairie dog.
I'm so good, dude. No.
Yeah.
You are too... y'all are too redneck for me. And yet I'm the only one in that out of all of them that says y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. But y'all are too redneck for me, dog. I don't know. I also don't know when or where I started saying y'all. I don't know where that came from. My family doesn't say it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what I do know? You're gonna have to edit in the music at the beginning of the video.
Oh, fuck. You're absolutely right.
That's funny.
I'm absolutely not doing it. We're pretending the intro is just now happening. I don't care. Here's how it goes behind the scenes, chat. I am lazy. That's not true. I'm not gonna do that. It would have been funnier though. I don't know, man.
Dummy head.
I always forget the music, dude. It's every time. It's normally I like remember right as I click start and can go, oh wait, and yeah, but I didn't this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What's
in case anybody's invested or curious, I have a part 2 to.
Ooh, we've got a part 2. Oh, the truck.
To the truck, yes.
Let's go, truck part 2.
So, I got my truck back.
Oh no.
You remember how on the last? I'll kind of recap the last video. You remember how I got a phone call?
Yeah.
And he said that my truck was done, and I asked him. I said, "Well, did you what the price was?" And he gave me this outrageously higher price than he quoted me the first time.
Yes.
And I asked him, I said, "Well, what did you do?" And he said, "Well, we didn't do the roof." And I was like, "So you guys didn't do the roof like you asked, like I asked him?" He goes, "No, we didn't touch the roof." When I got to the place to pick the truck up, they pulled my truck around or whatever, and I'm like, "I thought you said you didn't touch the roof." And he goes, "Oh, well, I mean, I guess we did do the roof actually." And I'm like, "Okay." I explicitly multiple times told you not to touch the roof because I was going to take that money and allocate it somewhere else into my truck that is more important to me and needs to be done. And you guys did it anyway. And he's like, "Oh, well, the guy that we call in to do this stuff, he gets in a hurry sometimes and just kind of does things and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Well, that's not my fault, And he goes, "Well, I'm still not going to charge you the deductible or whatever, even though we ended up doing the entire truck." And I'm like, "But you're still going to charge me $8,300 for the whole truck, basically." And he goes, "Well, yeah, I get. He's like, yeah, and I was like, well, that's you guys didn't do. You guys are charging me to do the roof, even though I asked you not to do the roof. That's not fair. I said, I told you not to do the roof. And he goes, well, you know, I can knock off a little bit of money or something and blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, I already called my insurance company because I thought that you guys did not, you literally told me that that you did not touch the roof. You told me that. And you lied to me on that one. I told him, I said, you, first of all, you told me it was going to be $100. And then you put me on hold, changed your mind to $4,100. And now you're saying I owe you $8,300. Now that you know that the check wasn't coming directly to you, it came to me. So now you think I owe you $8,300? I said, why am I just constantly getting thrown around the ringer and you know, you guys are just constantly lying to me, you know? I'm not very happy with what's going on here. And he's like, "Whoa, you know, it'll be how about I'll take $1,000 off." And I was like, "Well, see, I already called my insurance and told them that you didn't do the roof." And so they were like, okay. And so I had them quote me what it would be in order to do the roof, or if they had not done the roof, you know, how much it would cost. And they quoted me about $3,000 to do the roof. That's what the damage was. That's why you guys called me, you know, called the insurance company back out, is because you ended up doing the whole truck. And that's where the extra $3,500 check came in. And um, so no, you're not gonna just knock off $1,000. Um, he goes, well, but we did the roof though, and I was like, yeah, after I told you not to do the roof. What? You're making me pay for something that I told you not to do. And I told him I already have stuff lined up in order to do on, you know, other things on my truck, and now I don't have this. Now I don't know what I'm gonna do because like I'm not gonna have this money that I've already allocated somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be $3,000 that I have to come up with out of nowhere, you know, because you guys have just, you know, repeatedly lied to me. And he goes, "Well, he goes, I won't charge you for the roof, and I won't charge you the deductible either, which is $500." And so I ended up being okay with that because basically I got my roof done for free. Um, so I ended up paying 40 $4,500, which I felt like was still a little bit too high, but I wasn't as upset about it because they did do my roof. So basically I got the roof work for free. And so I was okay with that. And I was like, next time, communication. I told you guys to call me, text me, do whatever. Get a hold of me before you started working on my truck, because I told him if we couldn't come to a reasonable, you know, if there was more damage or anything like that, I wanted to know so that way we could come up with a deal or whatever. And if I didn't think it was reasonable, I was going to pull my truck and go somewhere else. But you didn't give me that opportunity because you just did my truck, and then the next phone call I get is, oh, your truck's done, and you did multiple things that I explicitly told you not to do, and then didn't do any of the things that I told you to do, like the front bumper stuff that was, you know, I wanted them to sand down and paint while they were painting my truck. They might as well do that. They didn't do that. um they did put and then he tried to act like the headlights was something that I was paying for. And I was like, no, I'm not paying for that either. That's something I didn't pay for either, because they had put down that they replaced the headlights. I was like, well, I paid for the headlights. They were already in the truck. You guys already had to pull the old ones off in order to redo the quarter panels and the hood. So there should be no extra charge to just install my new headlights. That's, you know, it had to be done anyway. So that should be already included into the overall, you know, price.
Yeah.
And but they tried to charge me for that too, and it was like $800. I was like, no, no. So I ended up walking away with like $4,000 that now I can actually get some other stuff done on my truck. So, and the good part about it is, next time it hails, I have paperwork that shows that I had my whole truck done, and so technically I'll get paid for the entire truck again, because I was okay with the insurance. They'll pay for all of the damages except for the roof, because they knew that my roof wasn't repaired, which is fair.
Yeah.
You can't tell what's old dents and new dents,
Right.
So I was okay with, the next hailstorm that comes through. The odds are, by the time the next hailstorm comes through, it might just total my truck, because my truck's getting old enough, it's getting enough miles on it. If it's a bad enough hailstorm, it will total my truck, and then I'll just buy back my truck for dirt cheap, and then have extra insurance money, and then drive it until it falls apart, basically. Not really caring about what it looks like. But right now it still has value, and so I don't want it to have dents and look bad, because if I decide to trade it or to sell it or something like that, it does have significant value. But so yeah, so that now I can present even though I called the insurance and told them that they didn't do the roof, I can, in a couple of years, if they go, well, I thought they didn't do the roof, well, I could say, well, they actually lied to me and they did do the roof, and here's the paperwork to prove it, and I have that paperwork in the safe, so I know where to find it. Because hail is inevitable around here, but hopefully we get our pole barn up before the next hailstorm, so I have a place to park my pickup.
Wouldn't your mom's go in there, or is it going to be big?
Well, it's a big pole barn.
Okay.
Our camper's going to go in there, and we should be able to fit 2 vehicles and a side-by-side if we put everything in there correctly.
So basically it's going to fit the camper, and that's it, because you won't put anything in there correctly.
No, we'll get the camper in there, and then, because it's going to have like multiple bays, basically.
Yeah, and you're just going to park the camper at a diagonal, block them all because you're a dum-dum.
No, but my mom's pickup, it gets parked in the actual garage, the house garage, because we have a 2-car bay, 2-bay.
Yeah,
garage.
that nobody parks in.
No, in the summertime, those bays are cleared out so we can pull my mom's vehicles in there.
I feel like I'd want to park in there in the winter too, but that's just me, I guess.
Well, hail's not as prevalent in the winter.
Well, no, but snow is, and it freezes on your truck and fucks up your paint.
Yeah. It's not as damaging as hail, let me tell you.
And
my
when
truck
it's
looks
cold,
it's been outside its whole entire life. So.
And when it's cold, having it parked inside means you don't have to clear off the snow, and it stays a little warmer.
When it's cold enough, they do park the diesel inside for sure, because it's diesel.
Why not just have the thing open? I don't understand.
What do you mean, just have it open?
Like, just park the fucking cars in the garage all year.
Well, because there's already one. Well, the one bay is always taken because it's got my grandfather's car in it.
Yeah.
The Cadillac that stays in there, but so that leaves only one bay, and we always park the diesel in there. But to pull the thing in there and out of there, it's such a big vehicle. It's a pain in the butt to get it in and out. That's why they're not so adamant about parking it in there unless it's going to be super cold, or if there's bad weather coming. So there's that. And then once we get our pole barn built, we'll have my mom's other new vehicle in there with my truck and the camper. So, yay!
So the Falcons have officially been eliminated from playoff contention.
Well,
Kirk Cousins will wear the number 18. It's icky. That's gross. That's icky, gross. You're not Peyton Manning, little dude. Come on now.
No.
Bro thinks he's him.
Do I think Kirk Cousins could totally just ball out just because?
He's absolutely not gonna, though, because no, I've had this conversation a few times because everybody's like, well, look at the weapons, and I'm like, yeah, he's going to a team whose defense way overperformed expectations and won't do that again because you got rid of your defensive coordinator to hire a defensive head coach. I'm not saying Raheem Morris is bad, but I'm saying when you change the only thing that was good about the defense, which was the coaching, even if he's a good coach, you're changing the scheme, and that's going to be tough. The O-line's fine. People are trying to tell me it's one of the best in the league are on drugs. He's got 2 good weapons and a good running back. Where does this sound like? What does this sound exactly like?
Oh, definitely not like the Vikings.
Oh, like the Vikings when he joined, and immediately they were called Super Bowl contenders, and he missed the playoffs. Atlanta's already being called Super Bowl contenders. They're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
Kirk chose money to go to a less talented team. Also, if we look at Kirk Cousins over the course of his career, pre-Kevin O'Connell, he always put up decent numbers, but he could never win in the big moments. He didn't make the big throws, all of that. 2 years with Kevin O'Connell. Oh, he's like incredible and is making these throws and is living up to the big moment. Why do we assume that without Kevin O'Connell, he's going to remain as good as he's only ever been with Kevin O'Connell? He can go back to original Kirk, which will still give you numbers, but it won't win you games. I think people are undervaluing Kevin O'Connell again. Remember, he got Josh Dobbs a nickname. The Pastronaut exists because of Kevin O'Connell. Nick Mullins put up 1,200 yards in 3 games because Kevin O'Connell. Like, I think people are forgetting who this man is. It's ridiculous. This whole, you can't do anything with Sam Darnold. Bro, I wouldn't be so sure. I don't care if we move up to 1 and draft Drake May. Start Darnold for the whole year. I don't care. It won't matter because Darnold is a little less turnover prone than Nick Mullins. That's about the biggest difference. That and Sam Darnold has a bigger arm. He can make a bunch of throws that Nick Mullins can't. Like, he has more oomph. He's got some juice. Right. That doesn't always mean he might be just as inaccurate as Nick Mullins, but at least he won't be lollipopping it over the middle of the field. He can gun it a little, which is nice. Because as of right now, it sounds like the Vikings really want Drake May, and they're trying really hard to figure out how to get him. They keep calling the Commanders and the Patriots like, hey, we're for serious. We traded for a second first-round pick just to be like, hey, we've got 2 first-round picks this year, which is more valuable than offering, a 2024, 25, and 26. You get to go 2 24s and a 25. That's better value. And then some sweetener on top. I don't care at this point. I just want a quarterback. At this point, I don't care who we got to move on from. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. The only thing I got to say is if you're actually going to trade Justin Jefferson, don't be like the idiots I see on Twitter. Well, Jefferson 11 and 23 for the 3rd overall pick. It's like, no, it's Jefferson for the 3rd overall pick. Like, that's it.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. Wunder's getting a fire call, I think. Uh-oh. Are we getting abandoned? This is a long call. Just trying to stall. Fire call?
No, it was an EMS call, but it wasn't for us.
Then why'd it go to you?
Because I get pretty much all of Goshen County, so. And it's really hard to tell between some tones. Like, a lot of the tones are like just almost identical, but just slightly different. So it's hard to tell. So I just listen anyway.
Open your Twitter, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a message. The Texans revealed one of their new uniforms, and only kind of, because they only revealed the like one angle of, I think that's Nico Collins and Tank Dell. It's interesting for sure.
Ooh. I don't know if I like that or not.
It's different. The shoulder stripe being the horn is interesting.
Yeah.
You can tell if you look in like the glass on the right side. You can tell the pants have a red and white stripe that you can't see anywhere else. There's also something else on the sleeve, I think. But I can't tell if that's actually there or not. I know you can't see this, but yeah, the Texans are starting to reveal their new uniforms. It also looks like the helmets are a slightly different shade of blue.
So it looks like the sleeves have.
It
like
looks
a
like it
horn.
says, well, the horn, yes, but no, look in the like glass at the standing up guy. It like says F1 or something. At least it looks like it.
I see that, yeah.
That's what I was talking about. I already said the horn. The sleeves are a horn, but it looks like there's
But like
something else.
inside the sleeve, there's also something like red.
I kind of think that's just a Nike logo.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because Nike uniforms. But yeah, that's what I know. That's about all that's happening. Josh Dobbs just signed with the 49ers. He's the new backup.
Yeah, I've seen that. The numbers are kind of weird too.
Yeah, it's very different. I refuse to say too much about it for now, because I didn't
Hold
like.
on, that's us.
Oh God, this dude. That's not us. That's you. That's you.
Okay, that one's for us.
Okay.
You good to?
This guy.
I hate to leave you, but
No, you don't.
at least I ranted for a little bit.
Okay, well, I guess.
I mean, we can always pause and then I come back. I mean,
except I have other things I have to do tonight, so.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
I just
Sorry,
can't
buddy.
wait for you to come back and not have done anything, because it's not a thing you actually needed to go to. But all right, bye.
It is. Bye.
Oh, he's gonna leave his Discord call running. Interesting. Dude, you know your camera's on, right? He can't hear me. There you go. I need some way to just make this me for a second. I haven't done the podcast without Wunder in a while, so we're gonna just do it different. Boop. Boop. I can't move the banner. Interesting. It won't show up. That's sick, dude. Either way, I guess the banner's going away for a bit because I just can't do anything with it. But yeah, so the rest of this episode, I don't know if it'll actually be the rest or just for now, but for now, it's just ya boy. And I don't know. I don't know where we are. I did have some things I was going to talk about. I thought I was going to do it with Wunder here, but I guess I won't. I am changing up the way I'm going to do content moving forward, I think. I have always talked about how I wanted to do YouTube more than I wanted to stream, but like streaming's the only way I make money, so it's really hard to like not stream. But I want to focus more on YouTube, and I want to try to be doing like daily uploads on YouTube. So I'm just gonna start that, I think. Um, and by start that, I mean I'm gonna start trying for daily uploads on the main channel. Still, the plan for the future, once we get through the back catalog, is the one a week on Geek's Kitchen, and one a week still on Run the North, doing a video there. Because man, sorry, I don't know, streams take a lot out of my energy, and it feels like most of the time I'm streaming just to stream, whether people are there, whether I'm having a good time or not. It seems like I'm just streaming because it feels like I should, because that looks more productive. But to me, it's not more productive. I mean, I want to grow the YouTube. I really want to. I want, by the time summer starts, to be a YouTube partner, to be at the point where, you know, I'm monetized on YouTube. I think that would be absolutely incredible. And the only way for me to do that is to make YouTube my primary focus. And that I'm not quitting streaming. I think there's still a lot of fun to be had, but that's going to be the difference, is I'm only going to stream when it's fun. If I'm live for an hour and get bored, I'll just end. I'm not pushing it to 3 or 4 like I always do. But that also means if we're having a great time, I'll stream for 10 hours and it'll be great. But that also means if tomorrow I'm busy working on YouTube videos, and that's all I'm going to do is stay working on YouTube videos. That's it, basically. I can't get this stupid banner to work, which is fun. So, yeah, I'm gonna focus more on YouTube videos and just try to put one out every day. It'll be mostly gaming stuff. The bigger projects will take longer. You know, we're gonna finish My Rise. We're gonna start a Road to the Show. We're still gonna play Madden, and then like I want to start other games. I want to do maybe Starfield as a series. I don't know if that'll remain as a series, but like I just want to do more stuff. I want to play Halo with the boys where we're just cracking jokes, and instead of doing it on stream, do it for a video and edit it so it's only the funny moments and all of it. I want YouTube to work more than I want anything else to work. And to do that, I need to make it my primary focus, make it the thing I care about most, and that's really what I'm going to do. So you're going to see a lot less of me being live. I mean, I, on average, am live for 150 to 200 hours a month. That, now, I get, that doesn't sound like a lot. That's barely more than a full-time job. But that's while also trying to do YouTube and podcasts and TikTok and all of the background stuff for that. So it will probably be live more like, 50 hours a month, maybe. That would be my guess right now. And I don't know. To me, that's going to work better. I will talk about this more on stream all week, so this probably won't be the first time you're hearing it. But this is the first time I'm talking about it. Sorry, I'm really trying to get this banner to work. Yeah, I just can't, dude. Oh, maybe if I just add a new source. But yeah, that's all I know. There we go. Even though it's just me. It's tough. My camera's angled poorly at the moment. I should probably fix that. We're just using today's episode as a fixer episode, I guess. Not really. that'll do for now. It's not like that's gonna live here for that long. But yeah, I don't know. YouTube's what matters to me. I'm seeing some growth over there, and the videos the average is going up, and everything's looking cool, and I just want to focus more on that. That's what I've always wanted to do, and I'm sure, who knows, by the end of summer, I might be mostly doing YouTube, and streams are very rare, which could be more fun. If I'm doing one stream a week that's 6 hours long and just a blast, that's more fun than doing 7 a week for, a total of 80 hours, and half that time's just boring and nobody cares. I want to start making better content and not just being live to be live. And yeah, that is work and that does whatever. I just gotta chill, and if that hurts people, it hurts people, I guess. I just want to work on YouTube. That's what I've always wanted, and that's where I'm gonna focus now. And I don't know. It is what it is. We will deal with the ramifications of this as we move forward. It could cause me to completely fall off on Twitch. We'll see. Geek fell off is definitely a possible answer. I don't know. I really don't know how to carry this episode right now. I was hoping for a good back and forth between me and Wunder. So, yeah, I really got nothing. That's wild. Let's go. But, yeah, that's fun. I don't know. I'm just yapping. And I need to do a better job yapping. Easy Anti-Cheat got hacked, which is pretty incredible. They hacked into the accounts of pro Apex players during Apex Legends, like the big series, ALGS. Added hacks while the events, added like cheats to people's computers while they were live, were able to get into a bunch of accounts. They've investigated. Easy Anti-Cheat said that they've investigated reports of the RCE issue with an Easy Anti-Cheat. At this time, we're confident that there is no RCE vulnerability. That's a lie. But hey, that's good. I'm glad they're reporting on it like a great company by just lying to everybody. I love that that's the way we're going to do it. But that is how most companies work. They'll just lie to you all the time. Because why not, right? Because why not, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to find something on Twitter worth talking about, but I just ain't got nothing right now. My dog's chilling. He's running around. I don't know, man. I know the Texans got new uniforms. I know that we're expecting more new uniforms. I know that Alexander Madison just signed with the Raiders. I don't know. I don't know what done. I know something. But hi, Dino. You want to say hi to the people? Stick your little face up here. Come here. Keep climbing. Come on. Hi. There he is. There's a Dino appearance on. A Dean the dog appearance. Ow. Haru. Haru. I know my mouse is messed up. Whenever I use the scroll wheel, it like scrolls up or down. Like, so it scrolls the opposite direction of however I scroll. So if I try to scroll up, it'll like start by scrolling down and then go up, which causes so many errors. And it's awful in video games, especially first-person shooters, where I use the mouse to change weapons. causes me so many problems. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I really disagree. People are already hating on the Texans' new uniforms, and I don't know. I don't know. I just want to cry. They're calling them the Houston Falcons over these uniforms, and I very much disagree. People need to get their eyes checked. It's tough. They need to get their eyes checked. Start with me. Check my eyes, see how they look. Twitter really sucks now, dude. Why am I refreshing my feed and seeing tweets from 22 hours ago? Show me something now. I don't want to know from yesterday. I don't care what was going on yesterday. Yesterday is over. It's a different day. It's ridiculous. This is going to be another week of it. This is going to be the first really short episode in a long time. We haven't had an episode this short in years. Months, years. I don't know if it's years, but it's something for sure. What's happening? I do know people are weird and getting mad over MLB The Show, including the ability to play as a female for your road to the show, which I don't understand. It's possible if a woman wanted to, she could get drafted into the MLB. As far as I know, there are no rules. Let's look it up. Getting drafted into the MLB. Would a woman be able to play? I don't want to. Of the last few years, there have been no women playing their trades at any Major League Baseball team. Oh, this is translated from somewhere, and it is interesting. Last year, Kelsey Whitmore became only the first woman to pitch in the Atlantic League, which is the highest level of professional baseball other than MLB. It's definitely a possibility, according to Mike Scioscia, who spent 32 years in the majors as a manager and an all-star catcher with the Angels and Dodgers. So it's definitely possible. So, hold on. Okay, yeah. Back in 1952, the MLB banned women from participating in Major League or affiliated minor teams. However, this prohibition was lifted as many as 4 decades later, so in the 90s, for Melissa Mayu, who became the first woman to make MLB's international registration list. Okay. So, yeah, it is possible. I was right. I know things. So, yeah, you could qualify for the draft if you were good enough or actually played the sport. That's a big thing, is most women end up playing softball. And that's a very different sport. Just because you're good at softball doesn't mean you'll be good at baseball, and vice versa. It's not the same thing. Similar rule sets, but not the same, and that's tough. That's a lot. That's a lot. But people are upset because realism, which it is realistic, it could happen, and that's literally the entire Road to the Show storyline, is that, hey, you can you are the first woman to make it to the majors. How cool is this? And I haven't played through all of it, but will eventually, I'm sure. Whoa. NVIDIA announces Blackwell architecture. That's their new graphics architecture. And it's a much bigger GPU. It looks to be maybe like 37% bigger. I'm taking a shot in the dark. I'm only viewing it. But yeah. The Blackwell chip, interesting. So that's all they've announced as far as I can tell, though, is that. They announced Blackwell, and that's it. Created a processor for the generative AI era. Oh no. What GPUs will that come in? Will it even be available in commercial GPUs? I have no fucking clue. Not one. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. Yes. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. Ridiculous. What other news? What other news? Is there anything? Is there anything to cook about? I don't know. Raw's happening right now, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. Probably something goofy. Chase Young signed with the Saints. That's pretty goofy. Ridiculous. Gerald Everett, the tight end for the Bears, will be wearing 14, and it's absolutely disgusting. Just can't buy it. There's no shot. Gross. Chris Sims, dude, I don't think he's ever made a good football take in his life. Rankings based on film and has Marvin Harrison Jr. as wide receiver 3. That's ridiculous. He has Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors over him. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, goodness, man. Ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. I just want to cry. That's not true, but the Vikings signed another defensive lineman, but not a big one. Uh-oh. Well, I think as much as this is a short episode, I wasn't prepared to go it alone. Need Wunder to yap to. Podcast just isn't the same when I'm going it alone, so we're gonna cut it short so it's not a insane episode. Next week, I promise, will be better as long as dipshit doesn't abandon us for a fire. Bro's fighting fire. But alright, I think that's all I got. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.